Free the Jena 6? Not today. Sorry, not today.
Evil must be punished.
Okay, this thing on YouTube about the Jena 6. Alright, the white tree, there was a tree designated specifically for whites. Now, also too, keep in mind this happened pretty much a year ago. Alright, so this isn't even something new that happened. A lot of people are saying, well, this didn't just happen. This is over a year old. Okay, this is being brought up, and it was over a year. It happened over a year ago. Alright, but anyway, the story is that there was some nooses hung in a tree that was specifically set up for white students for some odd reason. And they hung these nooses from a tree, and all the blacks freaked out, thinking that it referred to them. And it may have, but it was a prank. Okay? Nobody got hurt. Nobody was hung. The nooses didn't leap off of the tree and attack somebody. Was it in poor taste? Absolutely. Was it racism? Probably. But did it hurt anybody? No. So, anyway, the blacks got highly offended at this. They found the first white person they could find, and they beat the dog piss out of him. I mean, they beat him to a bloody pulp. In fact, they beat him so bad that he lay unconscious on the ground for several hours. While he lay on ground, unconscious, they were taking their shoes and grinding his skull into the concrete. And this is witnessed by both white and black witnesses. Okay? They were grinding his skull into the concrete with their feet, with their shoes. Alright? After he was down, after he was unconscious. And yet, I've seen a lot of videos about Jena 6 on YouTube saying, oh, it was an attempted murder. Well, what is it then? What is it then? Let me put you on the ground and grind your skull into the concrete and see if you think it's attempted murder or not. Okay? That's bullshit, man. Of course it was attempted murder. You'd have to be a twit not to think it was attempted murder. He was already down, he was already unconscious, and they were still grinding his skull into the concrete with their shoes. And that was white and black witnesses said that. Alright? So yeah, it was attempted murder. And people are on YouTube wanting to free these jerks? What, are you crazy? What in the hell are you smoking? I don't want these kids set free. They're racist, obviously. They found the first white kid, and I want to point out that the white kid they attacked had nothing to do with hanging the nooses, had nothing to do with the damn tree, had nothing to do with the gun incident that happened at some sort of market or quickie market or something. Had nothing to do with none of that shit. But yet they found him, they targeted him, and they beat him almost to death. The fact that he lived shocks me. After reading the medical report on this kid, I'm surprised he wasn't dead. And you can get the medical report online. You can read it online. You can go Google it and read the medical report on this kid online. He was unconscious for several hours on the ground, and during that time they were taking their shoes and grinding his skull into the concrete. That's how he got these big gashes on the sides of his head. See, because they were literally grinding his skull into the concrete. And you want these people to go free? But that's not all. That's not all. Come to find out, at least 2 of them, if not all of them, had priors as long as my arm. They were prior convicts guilty of crime. Okay? So this incident isn't an isolated incident. They have a history of doing criminal activity. But yet, they're wanting us to free these people? Why? So they can go out and break the law again? I'm not getting it, man. Help me out here, because I'm not getting it. Why would I want to set a criminal free so that he can go out and possibly do that to somebody else? That would be insane. I'd have to be a nutcase to set that person free. No way, man. No way. Now, if you want to contradict the medical report on this kid, knock yourself out. But it seems pretty credible to me. And I'm not getting it here, man. I'm just not getting it. Why in the hell would I want to free people that have prior criminal records and who beat up an innocent person? I don't care what color the skin is. I don't give a damn about that. All right? This ain't about skin color. This is about beating an innocent man who didn't have nothing to do with it to almost within an inch of his life. Okay? He was unconscious on the ground for hours, and during that time they're grinding his skull into the concrete. Okay? Yeah, that is attempted murder. There's no other way to play it. Okay? Trust me, there's no other way you can play that. Alright? And yet people on YouTube are wanting to free these clowns? You gotta be kidding me, man. You've got to be kidding me.